What's up, YouTube? MrSt0rM here. Welcome to the storm. Let's get straight into the action. Today I'll be playing Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, original Xbox game, playing on the Xbox 360 console. So on the last part video was part 2, and it was Baptisms by Fire. All we did on the last part 2 video was clearing the hangars. Basically, we're at some airbase, airfield, and we're just clearing some hangars. And at the end, we were in the flank gun and we took out airplanes. So now today's part 3 video, it will be part 3 tankers. That's the mission. On today's part 3 video will be tankers. Part 3. So let's go. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing fine. Let's get this going and let's get it finished. Continue. We're still in North Africa. So now let's get this going and let's just do it. Continue. Tankers! Tankers! Turn us in North Africa. February 13th. D-Day hasn't even started. I saw that, 1943. D-Day hasn't even started yet, man. 1943. Because D-Day happened in 1944. What kind of bullshit is that? Man, how long this World War II was? Okay then. I'll just update it. As you can see, I'm in a little ass fucking tank. A little ass tank. But apparently these little tanks actually kick some ass during that time, during World War II. So let's go. But just imagine the World War I tanks. Wait, there's actually a game World War One. There's actually a World War I game, and it's the very first Battlefield. Battlefield 1 is actually World War I. And it actually had those other type of tanks. Those tanks actually kick ass. Same with these. Other than that, we're just in the tanks. Okay. Ooh, man, there's some explosions going on. Took that one out. Blew someone out. Okay. Oh my god, there's a tank right there. He was hiding. Blew his ass up. Okay. Apparently we're still in the desert. North Africa, apparently. Okay. They're pretty fast too for a small tank. Blew that German up. Okay, that's how you shoot the machine gun. Okay, blew their asses up. Okay, let's go. Wow, I just blew that motherfucking German up. There's a tank right there. Blew the tank up. Also, they have little tanks too, that man. Goodbye, motherfucker. Another tank. Blew him up. Let's go. Look at all those Germans running down the hill. They're running in a straight line. And they still keep running. Blew them up. Checkpoint reached. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. We are in a tank war. Why is it doing that? Oh my goodness. Someone got blown up. Blew that German up in the air. Took that. Oh, those are my guys. What the fuck? See what I'm saying? They look like that. They look like the Germans. The enemies. Oh, there's a damn gun right there. That's why. That's who got blown up. There's still one more. I don't know the hell that German's thinking. Look at that. He's just shooting right at me. I'm literally in a tank, and he can't kill me. But I'm gonna blow their asses up. Okay. He thinks he's gonna be able to kill me? I'm in a tank. I'm in a tank. And I'm just pushing this guy.
All right, 1st Infantry.
Oh my goodness.
Those Panzers are looking good.
I just pushed the guy with my tank, and now there's a lot of explosions. That tank's hiding there. It was just camping there. There's another camper. He missed. I blew him up. There's my tank again. I almost shot at it. It wouldn't have been my intentions because it was going to be on my motherfucking way. There's a lot of tanks. Okay. Blew that one up. He missed. There's another one. Blew him up. One good hit. I'm doing a very good job. Why am I fucking sliding that way? I guess we can't go that way. I guess we go this way. It has to be the way they want me to go. You know what I mean? There's probably gonna be a tank right here gonna pop up. Well, actually, I'm gonna blow that truck up. Ooh, I blew that guy up in the air. And get a machine gun, took him out, took his ass out, blew him up. Okay, let's go. This German's still alive. I blew him up in the air. He's flying like a damn. He's just flying like a dummy, man. And there's gonna be more tanks coming over here. Wow. Just blasted. Just in their line. You just gain on their asses. Wow, that was quick. And their tanks is a little bit bigger than ours. Well, I think what it is, when it comes to these tanks, the little ones, I think that's what makes these tanks more advanced because, yeah, the tank could be bigger, like theirs can be bigger than ours right now. But the way these small tanks work, we have to gain on them. Like say like, there's literally a lot of little tanks. That's how these tanks are good because the reason why these tanks, I mean, yeah, probably the heavier tanks are better. They're more advanced, yeah, if you get direct hit by them. But these little tanks are actually a lot faster. They move quicker than a heavier tank. Heavier tanks are more slower, and then these tanks are more smaller, so they're more lighter, making them more faster. Which also, if you have a lot of tanks, and I just built that gunner over there. Also, if you have a lot of tanks like this, you can actually like gain on them. Like if you have a bunch of little tanks like the way we are right now, well, some already got blown up, but if you have a bunch of little tanks as a team, you know, like I just said, the little tanks are more lighter and faster. So if you have a lot and you're going against a heavier tank, yeah, you're gonna have to watch out for the heavier tank because it can hit you. If it hits you directly, it can blow you up instantly. But since these little tanks are faster and you have more tanks with you, you can actually gain on them. You know what I mean? You can actually gain on them, and that's what makes these tanks more advanced, to take out the bigger tank. So yeah, so that's what it is. I'm gonna take out this gun right here. But that's the way it works.
Look at that. There's no way we're getting in there. All we have to do is clear the defenses.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. I don't know if I'm going the right way. Oh, there's more tanks coming.
Panzers! Here they come!
Their tank's a little bit bigger than ours, but still, like, you know what I mean? That's the difference. A heavier tank, it's just slower, and then the smaller tanks are more faster. And especially if you have a lot of tanks with you, you can easily gain on a heavier tank. Yeah, the heavier tank thinks that it's more powerful and all that, But if a lot of little tanks are going at it and gaining on the tank, that's how these tanks win. It's all about gaining. That's all it is. Yeah, the heavier tank might be heavy and all and shit. It might be heavy or whatever you want to call it. And think that it's so tough. But if it's going against a bunch of little tanks, the little tanks can actually gain on that tank faster because the little tanks are more lighter, and it can easily like gain on the heavier tank because heavier tanks are slower. They're a lot slower, but they can be a lot powerful, and you gotta watch out for them, especially the Tigers. Yeah, the Tiger 1, it's badass. But Tiger 2 is more advanced. That tank you gotta watch out, because if that tank hits you directly, especially these little tanks, they can actually blow up these tanks instantly by one hit. But really, yeah, it might be a heavy tank. It's slower, but heavier tanks are slower, but they have the more advantage to hit them directly. If you hit them directly, it's gonna blow up the smaller tank. But the smaller tank can move faster, and then because it's lighter, and then if there's a bunch of them, you can easily gain on the bigger tank. You can actually gain on it more faster. The little tank moves faster than the. If it's this tank against the Tiger, yeah, the Tiger might have more advantage to blow these up one by one. But really, since these little tanks are faster and lighter, because it's lighter, you can easily gain on the bigger tank, you know? And so that's how the little tanks will win, if you gain on them, you know? Other than that, let's just go. It's already about to be the end of the mission, by the way. This mission was very short. Okay. Actually, I gotta take off that gunner over there, that flank gun over there. Here comes some airplanes. Look at that. Well, actually, no. There's supposed to be something coming over here. What I mean. I usually can blow them up from over here. I don't know why I cannot blow them up. Right here. What the heck? I usually can hit him from that distance. Okay, there we go. Okay, look at that. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fuck. Well, there comes the Kentucky Fried Chicken airplanes that's gonna drop buckets of chicken. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh man, look at that. Wee. Wow. That was all the chicken. Wow. Damn. They didn't even give me a chance to eat the motherfucking chicken. Okay. Man, that was actually short. Shorter than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a little longer. Well, yep, that's it. Mission completed for this part 3 video. Today's video was part 3, tankers. All we did was we were in a small tank and we're wiping out other tanks and gunners. And that's it. That's all we did. Just took out the tanks, gunners, flank guns, enemies on foot. That's about it. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, the lighter tanks might be weaker, but they're faster. Especially if you have a bunch of them with you, you can actually gain on a heavier tank. Because the tanks that are bigger, they're heavier and a lot slower. Because they're heavy, they're bigger. But they have more advantage to, if they hit a target directly, especially little tanks like this, they can blow up these tanks instantly. Of course, because it's a stronger tank. But really, since these tanks are smaller and lighter, and there's a lot, you can easily gain on a bigger tank. And that's gonna be a big no-no for the big tank. Yeah, just because the tank's bigger and it's stronger and it has a more advantage, you still gotta watch out for these little tanks, especially if there's so many of them. You can easily gain on a bigger tank. You can easily gain on it, and you can easily blow up the bigger tank. But still, the bigger tank has more advantage. But other than that, that's gonna be it for this video. Part 3. Today's video was part 3. Tankers. That's all it was about, just tankers. And we're still in North Africa, and that's it. Still in North Africa. But other than that, that's gonna wrap it up. If you like the chaos, drop a like, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next storm. MrSt0rM out. I'll see you on the next video. See y'all later.